man, listen. I just want to let y'all know that guess what? Yeah, in the motherfucking building.
Hey, yo, Flambo, this shit banging.
Oh, what's happening, y'all?
But no, baby, yeah, man,
Live
you
in
feel me? Y'all already
action,
know,
you
man.
know?
You feel me?
Yeah, with the yeah. Got that energy today. I'm I'm finna let y'all in on how God, Yahweh, the Most High, blessed me, like, in a way that I knew was possible. Listen, all things are possible through Christ who strengthens me. You know, Lord, Yahweh, the Most High. Um, let's say last week I wrote down in my tablet and I was like, Lord, Yahweh, thank you for all of my debt and my bills being covered and paid in abundance, right? And that's not the first time I've written that. Like, I'm always writing like, you are prosperous, you are abundant, you have more than enough, your cup is flowing over so that you can give to others, right? This is stuff that I'm always writing because I heard somebody say one time, or I read in a book one time, that, you know, not only is it like what you confess out of your mouth and the power of your words, but once you actually write it down in stone, it changes the game. Because now, not only is it out, but now it's becoming a real thing when you write that idea, that thought, that prayer out. And that's something that I do. But the moral of it is, I got away from doing that for a while. I just kind of would, you know, have my internal prayers or whatever, but not really going taking it up a level. Like, instead of depending on man, learning how to go higher and depend on the Most High, and realizing that was where I was maybe having a blockage because I was trying to do everything on my own. But in reality, I can't do everything on my own. I'm one person in this big universe. So of course, you know, there's something, you know, bigger than me that can lead and guide me in this realm. And so lo and behold, I get home, you know, I ended up having to work later than usual. I wasn't able to go to my business training. You know, I was virtual as usual. But what was different about it was my attitude and how I looked at it. I was like, you know what? This is a way for me to get a little bit more hours at work. I could still plug in, take my notes. And I got home with a positive attitude, and I still plugged in once I got home, right? So I opened up some mail that my aunt had brought me. Y'all, I literally opened up this piece of mail and I cried because I received a check in the mail. It wasn't like this super large amount, but it was a decent little amount, and it came out of nowhere. And this came from a job that I quit back in January, and that was like 9 months ago, almost to the day where I left. And I just realized that I needed to put myself in a more positive environment, and I had to start making decisions, and I had to start choosing things for myself that was gonna better not only my mental state of mind, but my household, my everything. And when I made that move, it was a leap of faith, and I didn't know, you know, how things would work out. And it's been cool because I opened up that piece of mail, just not knowing what it could be, and my mouth dropped. Because literally days before, I had literally written that everything was covered in abundance. And it put me in a place where I have more than enough for the month, you know. Like, it's crazy because I always told myself I'm gonna have a check in the mail, and I don't know where it's gonna come up, you know, but it's gonna pop up. And I would plant that seed, and I would just believe it. And literally, y'all, like, y'all think it's a game, like a check literally showed up to my, and the thing is, it showed up not to my house, it showed up to my cousin's house, and it was brought to me. Tell me that's not divine. Like, nobody can tell me that the Most High Yahweh is not real, because of the experiences that I've had, and just having wholehearted faith and knowing that everything is gonna always work out. I just have to believe. You just have to believe. And when I shifted that mindset and realized that it wasn't about me, but it was about giving myself away and helping others when I can, and doing the best that I can every day, I realized that, man, that's the power. That's my superpower, is believing, walking it out, and knowing that it's going to always work out. And when you believe, you got to believe for things that only you know that God can do. Because at the end of the day, you can't just you pray for the small things. Like, yeah, of course, but a lot of times the small things are things that you could do. So why even ask God for that help when it's something that you can physically do? When you start getting into the supernatural prayers of like just stuff that is just like, what? How did that happen? Like, that's when you could actually give God the glory, because now this is something that you know you couldn't do by yourself. You don't even know how it happened. So the only way is to know that God. And my belief is at an all-time high, because I know what's possible. And I've been speaking that I'm walking into a season of abundance in all areas of life. There's going to be things that's just going to just start happening, and I ain't gonna have no control over it. But you know why? It's because I stayed steady in the season of darkness. I stayed steady when nothing made sense around me. But now, boy, we about to go up, and I feel it. It's like I'm shifting. I'm taking it to another level. I'm reflecting daily now, and I think that in itself has allowed me to remind me on a day-to-day basis what it is that I'm fighting for, what it is that I'm pursuing in life, and allowing people in on that, because I'm usually just like, walls up, nah, I ain't finna put all that out there, you know. But I'm learning how to be more transparent, learning how to step out and get out of my comfort zone and realize that it ain't just about me, but it's about everybody who might be looking up to me, everybody who might be inspired by me, everybody who is anybody attached to me, you know. And I want y'all to know, like, I'm here to interact. I'm here to, you know, listen to y'all as well, as far as like comments. Make sure y'all already subscribed and all of that. But yeah, I'm up out of here. I just wanted to share that blessing with y'all, because man, like, I was so in awe. It's not the first time I've had an experience like that where it's just like, wow. It's one of those things like, wow. That's happened to me multiple times in my life, but it hasn't happened like this in a while. And so I'm just grateful. Don't ever forget to show gratitude. Don't ever forget to be humble and stay steady along the journey, running at my own pace. Not looking at what everybody else doing, but focusing on where I'm going in life, focusing on the dreams, the goals, the aspirations. And yeah, it's really happening. Like, y'all gonna see my life change right before our eyes. So stay tuned. You never know what's next.